Hi, today we're going to talk a little bit about adding on, remodeling your house. So the main thing we're going to talk about today is whether you build out or whether you build up. So the number one thing though to keep in mind is if you're adding square footage, I think it's really important to have licensed contractors, licensed architects do the job. You know, to be like your own general and to hire various handymen and laborers and stuff like that, you run some risks, right? So you need to have, you need to make sure you're following the local zoning laws. You need to make sure that you can get your building permits, because people who add square footage without permits don't always get the return when they sell their property. You know, you might have to worry about building height restrictions, or, you know, for example, septic system, right? If you have an inadequate septic system and you want to add a bathroom or something like that. And then of course you have to have a certificate of occupancy as well. And you don't get those things just by having anybody do the work. So it's important to hire the right people to do it. And then building out is certainly less expensive than building up. The thing to keep in mind though is that building out takes part of your lot size away from you. So you have to decide, is it worth more to build out and take away part of maybe your backyard? So now you lose the option of putting out that deck or putting that pool in or something like that. So you want to be careful about building out and what you give up as opposed to just what you get. And then, you know, basically a 400 square foot family room built out is about 60 to 80 grand. These are rough. All these numbers I'm going to give you are national numbers. They're not Southern California numbers, so they're definitely going to vary here. But they just give you some idea. So, and then if you build out, you're going to have to do some excavating and leveling your land and pouring your foundation. Building up, well, that's $300 to $500 a square foot, and as compared to $150 to $200 for building out. So it costs a lot more because you have to reinforce the existing foundation. You have to, oh my goodness, what else do you have to do? You don't have to build the foundation, but you do have to remove the roof, and the roof costs more. There's more labor going up than there is building out. Plus, you have to have stairs, and you reinforce the existing foundation to add more weight. But either way you do it. Oh, and by the way, if you're building out, most of the time you can still live in your home. If you're building up, that could be really challenging, and you may have to budget for other living expenses. So, but either way, no matter what you do, nobody likes to see a funky add-on, right? You want it to look as though the house was originally built that way. And it does cost more money to do that, but it's worth more money to do that. And then like a 400 square foot family room has a second story, it's about 72 to 100. I just told you it was about 60 to 80K if you build out. So that gives you some idea of how much more it is. Bathrooms, bathrooms are a lot smaller generally, but they cost a lot more. You've got plumbing work, you've got tile work, you've got fixtures, you've got electrical, drain lines, all that stuff costs a lot more money. So bathrooms, an average bathroom addition costs $56,000, and you'll get about 53% direct return on investment on that. But it's so hard to say because you can build whatever you want. You can spend whatever you want to build a bathroom. You can probably do it for 20 grand under certain circumstances if it's just a little half bath or something like that with minimal features. Bedrooms are great. They add to resale value, especially if you have like a 2-bedroom house and you throw that third on there, that will get you more money. So bedrooms are a good thing. They're very inexpensive to add on comparatively because you have no plumbing. You just have drywall and walls, and maybe some foundation and obviously the roof, but you don't have all those other costs that you do with like a bathroom. Sunrooms are great too. They can, it can be done inexpensively, they can be done expensively. The people I'm working with today, when they see an inexpensive sunroom, they say, oh, I'm gonna rip that out. They don't like it. But if you can make that really not a sunroom, but a family room with a lot of light, then it'll be something that people like. And you'll get about 49% back on your investment on that. So I hope you found that interesting. If you did, like this video and maybe even comment about it. Tell us about your experiences you might have had. Thank you.